The mission of the British paratroops is to secure the bridge of Bénouville on the Orne. On the British beaches, codenamed Gold and Sword, the Tommies remind themselves of Lord Astley's prayer before the battle. My God, in a few moments I'm going to be very busy. I shall surely forget you, but don't you forget me. The 1st Commando Brigade lands in front of Oostrum. Colonel Dawson, Chief of General Staff, orders the 2 landing craft carrying General Kiefer's commandos to go in. At the price of heavy losses, Kiefer's commandos take the blockhouse the Germans had built in the square of the Casino de Rivabella. Now they can carry on towards the bridge at Bénouville, where the paratroops are waiting. At the head of the commandos is the youngest general in the British Army, already a veteran of Narvik and Dieppe. 30 years old, a Scottish peer, General Lord Lovat. With Lord Lovat was Bill Millin, his personal piper. 30 years later, Bill Millin returns to the bridge of Bénouville to play blue bonnets over the border, as he had in 1944, when he marched alone over the bridge to pipe his defiance. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 hours after the landing, Rommel's only armoured division, the 21st Panzers, launch a counterattack. The Germans discover in their turn the attractions of the Allied equipment, the Jeep, which they enthusiastically adopt. At the end of the day, the 21st Panzers reach the beach at Luce-sur-Mer, the only Germans ever to do so. Rommel was right. It was here that the battle should have been fought. It was too late now. The Germans fall back to their previous position. Rommel returns from Germany the same evening, June the 6th. He inspects the front and interrogates General Meindel's paratroops himself. Then he goes to Saint-Germain to see old Marshal von Rundstedt, Commander-in-Chief in the West. Rommel is furious. He wants armoured troops, armour at any price. He must shorten the front and counterattack quickly. But Hitler obstinately keeps the Panzer SS in reserve. The Führer will listen to nothing. He has no confidence in anyone. What if this landing is a trick, he said. To all appearances, he lives in a dream of secret weapons, the V1, the flying bombs with which he has decided to destroy London. In 15 days, 2,000 V1s are launched on England, causing considerable havoc. But the British have experienced similar horrors before. It takes more than the buzz bombs to change the course of the war. At last, Hitler believes the invasion. From all corners of Europe, from Russia, from Germany, and above all from France, German reinforcements make for Normandy. Il fait chaud à Suez, il fait chaud à Suez, repeats the BBC. That's the signal. The French resistance joins in the battle. France, 30,000 Maquisards, armed only with Tommy guns and explosives, harass the German convoys, slowing down their progress towards the front. It's called Operation Tortoise. Their action, said Eisenhower, saved us 5 divisions. Revenge is swift and savage, and the Germans find Frenchmen d'armes militia to help them kill and torture other Frenchmen. The SS division Das Reich, which is coming up from Toulouse, is held back by 4 days. Exasperated, the SS leave terror in their wake. At Oradour-sur-Glane, they shut all the people in the church and set it alight. At Toul, they hang hostages from the balconies. The nearer they approach the battlefield, the more their pace slows down. Goebbels' propaganda tries to build up the morale of the troops and insists Eisenhower hasn't surprised us. Propaganda is of little comfort to the German soldier, and he undergoes all the shattering effects of the American fighter-bomber attacks. The German fighters are nowhere to be seen, and the Allied planes can carry out their strikes unopposed. The Luftwaffe has been pushed right back into Germany by the Allied fighter sweeps, and the shortage of fuel and pilots has eliminated the once feared German air power. On the evening of June the 6th, the Allies haven't attained all their objectives. In the west, the link has been made between Utah Beach and the paratroops. Vierville, Omaha Beach, is closely surrounded by the Germans, and the British forces themselves are divided by the German counterattack at Luce-sur-Mer. Above all, Caen, the principal objective of D-Day, is still in German hands. The Americans go up the Cotentin Peninsula, following a road marked by ruined villages. For the Normans, liberation has 2 faces, war and friendship. In advance of their other countrymen, they learn several American words: GI, Jeep, OK. After the hard battles for Boulogne and Mondebourg, the Americans approach Cherbourg. The Germans have entrenched themselves there. Hitler has cabled, even if the worst comes to the worst, Cherbourg must be defended to the last man. All Germany is watching it. For a whole week, the town has had to be cleaned up house by house.